Alright. I'm Matt, and this is Matt's fish room. This is my anemone tank. It needs new power heads. Flow is very important, especially with anemones. Anemones actually like alternating current. You can make them bubble up, you can make them stretch out, you can do all kinds of things with just flow and current. But this particular tank, I've tried a few. I have a standard power head, it just pumps water. It's just a cheap one off of eBay. I have lots of them. They're very beneficial to have just some cheap pumps around. Again, water flow is important. The way oxygen gets into a saltwater aquarium is flow pulls it from the surface into your tank. You have no flow, your oxygen will go down, and your fish with no oxygen in water will die. It's sad. I've seen it happen, especially when fish are shipped. Some companies don't do it properly and they don't make it. Anyway, flow is important for your tank. You're going to see that a lot. I'm going to tell you all the time, flow, 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 temperature, nutrients, boom, that's it. You want successful tanks, that's what you do. A lot of people will complicate everything. This tank here is running off of a hang on the back filter. I do allow algae to grow in this tank because I also trade my cleanup crew a lot. I have probably 15 tanks. I spend a fortune on my cleanup crew. I would like to keep them alive. They will eat all the algae in a tank and then they'll die. So I move them from tank to tank, and I have a few tanks that have some dirtiness in them, and it'll grow a little algae. This is one of those tanks. I just put a bunch of cleanup crew in here, and they've actually taken out most of the algae in a handful of days. And when they do that, you know, the other tank will have a little bit, and we'll just switch them back and forth. But right now we're talking about flow and power heads. This power head here is a JBO. I have a lot of these. They're also, for what they do and what they are, they're good. They're good. They unfortunately they do break sometimes. This one looks great. I soaked it. I've cleaned them. I've taken it apart. I've done everything that I can do. It's done. I've even tried different controllers to see if maybe the controller had gone bad. It'll work sometimes. It won't work other times. That's about what happens when they get about a year and a half, 2 years old. And I'm assuming that's about how old this is. I have a lot of power heads, so I'll keep track of everything and how long I've had it all. But anyway, it doesn't work. I've noticed several times it'll cut on, it'll cut off. It's not good for flow. So, I went on my fish group, my local fish clubs on Facebook, and some guy wanted to trade some stuff, so I got these. They're current loop. I have never used these. I did when I first got started have some current lights. They did okay for fish only. They weren't exactly what I would recommend for coral, but they don't make a bad product. I still have some of those lights just in case mine ever went out. So these are power heads from them. They're pretty small, which I'm not even gonna lie to you. I do like small power heads. I like low profile. I've got a few very impressive power heads, but the lower profile they are, the more expensive they are. But this system is actually very interesting. I already put everything on the wall, and I got everything ready for that. I'm going to take this power head here out, and we're going to put two of the same ones in. For reading the directions, I can make them do just about anything I want. Oh, I was wrong for it. What did we unplug? The other downside to having a ton of aquariums is there are cords everywhere. I've said it in a few videos. I'll say it now. I'm not above it. I'm bad at wire management. There's just so many. There's a few guys I know that their wires are impressive. I'm not good at it. Something that I actually might work on in some videos. Because I'm sure there's a few of you that won't be good at it either. Anyway, so I hooked it up. It does seem strange how the power source is, but I'm not a power source expert, so I'm not going to pass a lot of judgment as of right now. We're going to see what they do. We're going to see how they are, and I'm going to give you my honest opinion if I like them or not. I do. This tank's only 65 gallons. It's not very big. It's a cube. You'll also notice I really like cubes. I like for fish to have surface area. My shark pond has surface area. My eel inside has a lot of surface area. This is a nice cube. That's a nice cube. Big fan of surface area. One day the big eel will also get a very large tank, and it'll be a cube or a cylinder if I can pull off the cylinder. All right, so let's plug them in. Let's plug them in. Light it up. Let's see how they are. Something with the power, though. This is strange to me. It's really weird to me. So it has power for the controller, but then it has separate power for the power heads. So the power heads go there, and now that system is on. All right, so they're currently on. And then the thing itself has its own system. It also came with a remote control. Remote controls are cool. I like that you can. Oh, this is nice. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say this needs batteries. That being said, I am getting some really nice. The door's open right now, so you've got kind of a glare. The fish room also is not extremely well lit. Most of the stuff in here is blue lights, and the blue lights kind of create havoc on the stuff. But you can see from the video that we've got really nice flow. Let's see. I see this one's not on. Okay, so hang on. Like I said, I've never used these before, so I'm not 100% sure how everything works. The other one's giving beautiful flow, but I'm going to go with 60 actually. Now this one's on and this one's on. Alright, so now they're both on. I had the plugs backwards. Anemones don't particularly like power heads directly at them. They like cross flow, they like wavy flow, but they do like flow. I'm going to tilt. I'm just getting that set. So this one's on a pulse, and this one's just on a standard flow. So I'm going to angle you up for surface flow and keep you going this way. It does have, I'm going to have to set them. It's going to take a little while to do that. But, I mean, there's some pretty good flow going on with the thing. I'm going to put some batteries in this controller and see if I can make them go a little bit harder, because they are very small. It's, you know, a little bit more difficult of a tank to get proper flow just because it is a cube. You almost need multiple power heads going down. But the flow is, I mean, the flow is good. It's going to be, in my opinion, better than what I had. I do like to be able to make a pulse. It gives you a very nice, not only shimmer to the tank, but it gives you a very nice natural flow for the animals. Anyway, this is Matt with Matt's Fish Room. I did update the power heads, and I'm going to give them a couple days, and I'll do another video and let you know what I think about them. They're current loop. It is set up a little bit strange, but strange isn't always bad. New things sometimes are fantastic. LEDs, when they came out, they revolutionized the entire hobby. You can do things now in this hobby that you could never ever do 5 years ago, 10 years ago. I mean, wow. But anyway, Matt's Fish Room, goodbye. Please like and subscribe. And we got more cool stuff to come.